Welcome to Jaysan's chemistry. Our next topic is going to be concept of matter. Now, first of all, let us know what is matter. Matter is something that occupies some space and has a definite volume. Right? Something that occupies some space and has a definite volume is said to be matter. Now, when you break matter, you get molecules. When you break molecules, you get atoms. When you break atoms, you get subatomic particles. And so on. So when you break these subatomic particles, you may get quarks. Right. Actually, there are 5 states of matter. The first one is a solid. The second one is a liquid. The third one is a gas. And we are familiar with these 3 states of matter. And there are certain other states of matter like plasma as well as Bose-Einstein condensates. You can see this plasma in the sun, and this Bose-Einstein condensates are also called as bosons. These particles were discovered by these two famous scientists. Bose, he is from India. His name is Satyendranath Bose. Einstein, the very familiar scientist, Albert Einstein. So these two classified 13 different particles as bosons. So when you are able to reach a temperature of 0 Kelvin, actually this temperature is practically not attainable. You can't attain exact 0 Kelvin. So that is the lowest temperature in Kelvin scale. There is no negative value in Kelvin scale. So these two scientists say that when these 13 particles are taken to a very low temperature of 0 Kelvin, there exists bosons. But this is a hypothetical state. So it is going to be an imaginary state, right? So there are totally 5 states of matter, out of which 4 states exist: solid, liquid, gas and plasma. So we are very familiar with solid, liquid and gases, and this plasma exists in the sun, whereas these Bose-Einstein condensates are said to be hypothetical, and they have given some properties for these bosons, right? Now let us see the classification of matter. So that is going to be our next topic, classification of matter. Already we saw that matter is something that occupies space and has a volume. Now matter is first of all classified into 2 categories. The first one is a pure substance, and the second one is going to be a mixture. Right. What is the difference between a pure substance and a mixture? This pure substance has a definite formula, whereas this mixture does not have a definite formula. Right. Now this pure substance is further classified as elements and compounds, and this mixture is further classified as homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Now let us discuss about all these. Now what is an element? An example for an element is phosphorus, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen As I already said you, this pure substance will have some formula. Now what is a compound? A compound is a combination of elements. Say for example, hydrogen is an element, oxygen is another element. These two elements combine together to form a compound. For example, it is going to be water. We will take another example for that. Carbon and oxygen combines to form carbon dioxide. So hydrogen, oxygen, carbon are called as elements, whereas a combination of these elements is called as a compound. Right? Now I think you will find out the difference between an element and a compound. So they have a definite formula. But what about this, the third one? Mixture. What is a mixture? A mixture contains a variety of compounds. Say for example, we'll take petroleum. Petroleum is a mixture. There is no definite formula for petroleum. From petroleum we get a variety of compounds. Something like gasoline, diesel, wax, we get tar. So petroleum is a combination of a lot of substances. So it is called a mixture. So a mixture does not have a definite formula. It's a combination of a variety of compounds. So this mixture is again classified as homogeneous mixture and a heterogeneous mixture. What is a homogeneous mixture and what is a heterogeneous mixture? A homogeneous mixture, for example, let us take a salt solution. A salt solution contains two components, namely salt and water. What is the formula for salt? NaCl. What is the formula for water? H2O. Now when you dissolve salt in water, you will get a homogeneous mixture. You will not be able to differentiate a salt and water separately here. What is a heterogeneous mixture? Example for a heterogeneous mixture. You can take something like sand and water. So it contains two components. Now the sand gets sedimented at the bottom of the container. The water is at the top. So you can differentiate it into two different substances. That is why it is called as heterogeneous.